Hello everyone, this is teacher Haruna. Today we are going to talk about what we call phonemic awareness. We are going to talk about phonemic awareness. I want you to know that a phonemic awareness, it is a component under phonological awareness. How can we differentiate these two? Phonemic awareness, that is the ability to identify and manipulate individual sounds. We are working with individual sounds. We are working with individual phonemes. What do we call phonemes? Those are the smallest individual units in a word. So as we are going to see. Then phonological awareness, that is where we are recognizing and manipulating the spoken parts of a word and sentences. Now today we are going to talk about phonemic awareness. We need to be aware of sounds. We need to be aware of individual sounds or individual phonemes. For example, we are having skills of phonemic awareness. We are having skills of phonemic awareness. So the first skill is what we call isolation of phonemes. What do I mean by isolation of phonemes? Isolation of phonemes, we can identify that this is the first sound. We can identify the first sound. We can identify the middle sound, and we can identify the ending sound. For example, when you see this, we are having sounded. So here we are identifying the first sound in the word dog. We are identifying the first sound, which is sounded. This is the first sound. Then this is the middle sound, which is o, and then this is the last sound, which is g. You can give out different activities as you are identifying the first sound. For example, you can tell your child that circle. You can tell your child that circle the words with the same sound at the beginning. Ebigambo ebina sound nga yefaanagana ku ntandikwa. For example, we are having these words. We are having bag, we are having bag, we are having cat, we are having bag, we are having cat, we are having cat, we are having bat, we are having bus. So here we are identifying the first sound. So you can tell your child to circle the words that have the same sound at the beginning. So they are going to circle bag because it is having sound b. They are going to circle bus, it is having sound b. And they are going to circle bat, which is having sound b. You can tell your child to circle the different word. The different word, it is cat because it is having sound k. We are identifying the first sound. Whenever you are teaching your child how to read, make sure that child can identify the first sound. Make sure that child can identify the first sound. Even if that child is reading, make sure that child can identify the first sound. Then we go to the middle sound. Here we are identifying the middle sound. This is top. So the middle sound is sound O. Then this is rat. The middle sound is sound A. This is tap. The middle sound is A. This is cat. The middle sound is A. Tell your child that you circle the words that have the same sound in the middle. So the child will come and the child will circle this or will take any activity you want to give that child. So top is the word which is different from all these words because all these words they are having a vowel and it's the same sound in the middle. Then we are identifying sounds. Then here we are identifying the last sound. We are identifying the last sound. Tell your child that you see and it is having sound at the end. So we are going to circle the words which have the same sound at the end. For example, pin, it is having sound in. Man, it is having sound in. Tin, it is having sound at the end. So we circle this and we circle this and we circle this. So rat, it is the old man out. This is what we call phoneme isolation. Now we are going to the second skill. The second skill is what we call blending. Blending, we are joining different sound to make one word. For example, we are having these sounds. So this is sound d. So when we put here sound d, this is sound d. That is one sound. Then we put sound o. We put sound o. D. O. Then we put sound g to make the word dog. D. O. G to make the word dog. Here it is b. A. G. B. A. G to make the word bag. So here we are going to add sounds. For example, when you see bag, I can remove sound g and I put sound d. I can remove sound g and I put sound d, and I put sound d. We are having sound d. Then I put viral a. After putting viral a, then I'll put sound it to become cat. So I can remove this. And I put sound here. I'm deleting, I'm removing, and I'm adding this. So I've removed the sound and I add sound to make the word mat. So I can remove this, I can delete this. I remove this, I move sound it, and I put sound in. So we are dealing with phonemes. I put sound in to become the word ma, to become man. Then I can remove this. I can remove sound in. I put sound in. Then I remove sound in. I put sound in to become heart. So we are dealing with the phonemes. We are adding, we are deleting, and we are substituting the phonemes. This is a ba. Then I will put sound it. I'll put sound it to become bat. But again, I'll remove sound b. I'll remove this sound b, and I put sound r to become r, to become rat. Then I'll remove this r. I put v to become vat. Then I can remove this. I put sound in to become v, to become van. Here we are dealing with different phonemes. We are changing phonemes in order to make a word. That is what we call phonemic awareness. Can your child identify? Can your child identify the phonemes in a word? Can your child identify the phonemes in a word? If no, please try to give out different activities for your child to identify different phonemes in a word. We can create as many as we can the activities to make sure that these kids, they can learn better and they can build the concept of phonemic awareness. They can be aware of the phonemes. It will help them to overcome the challenges in reading. I wish you the best. I sign out.